Hi YouTube, today we're going to be replacing a Citroen C4 handbrake switch for a customer because it's wobbling here. Also it's flashing to let us know there is a problem, and when you do start the vehicle up and you try to deactivate the handbrake, it doesn't work correctly. So I'm going to obviously just talk you through the steps of this and how to do it. Look, you can just see there's the problem with it flashing. C4. These are the basic tools you're going to need, and this is the part number as well for the handbrake if you need to order one from your local Citroen suppliers. It's 470703. I believe that to be the part number. So that's what we're going to be replacing today. There's the old one, and that will be the new one that I'm going to fit in. I'm just going to do you step by step how to do that. And these are the tools you're going to require. Here's a couple of different trim tools just so you don't damage anything. A T20 and a screwdriver, a liquid pencil light or any sort of light, and a liquid screwdriver. Right, we've got that little flat blade screwdriver. I'm going to just put you up above here and hope that you can see okay. I've not checked that camera angle. So I shall, first things first is, I'm just going to make sure I've got the camera good. Here's a pop off this trim, like that, so. Put all your bits over there. Undo, there's a little T20 in here, so you just undo this off. Your screwdriver. Now sometimes these gear knobs can be quite stiff to get off, but they will come off, and it's a very long T20 screw as well. There we go. Make sure your ignition is switched off and the engine's not running, because if you are doing this you can accidentally put it into gear and move forward. So just give it a wiggle and it will come off, he says. Okay, what I might try and do is take this ashtray out first. I'll come back to that in a moment. So the ashtray just down the side, whip that out, put that down there. Open this up. You grab just there. You can pull this up from this side. Same on the other. And the gear knob will come off as well with it. Try not to damage it, obviously. Not good for business. Right, so that's that off. Then this trim just pulls out and slides that way. Underneath you have got a little plug, and that's what you need this little screwdriver for. Just to pop that out there. That just lights up, basically lets you know what gear selection you're in on the side. So but you just need to unplug that because you need to release the extra length of cable you're going to need in a moment. So if you just tuck it back down there, it'll help you with the handbrake switch. That's just a little plug there, a little tab on the side, and just for the reverse neutral. So then that, put that there. Next there's 4 little tabs. If you look at, I always like to look at the new one first. You see there's 4 little tabs there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they just push in. So if you relate that to these, and just tweak them all in. And that's it. Give it a little bit of gentle persuasion while you're doing it. Will come, it is tight, you just have to keep working round. Do your 4 tabs. A little bit of foam you have to just pull out of the way as well, but you need to make sure you put that back afterward. Set. And just wiggle it out and just tuck that cable down. Where are we going? That's it, and then it's just a slide latch. So with these ones you just have to push the little tab there, release, pull it out. Dead simple. Make sure you try and pull this foam off nicely, keep it all in one, because you need to stick that over. It's just like an anti-rattle bit of foam, stop the bit of trim rattling against it. So then get your new one. I always like to just check everything all looks good. Sometimes you can cross-reference the part numbers, but sometimes they are different because they're batch numbers and things like that. Just look round, it all looks quite good. Check them the same amount of pins on the back, all the same pins and in the same location. And it's just a case of reverse what you've just done. So basically, make sure it all clicks and you feel it click. Put it back in. Give it a little while, put that in. Put your little bit of foam back in that you've saved, just to goes back where it was. Put this bit of trim in, make sure you pull your cable up for it to plug that back in, otherwise that won't work. And then that just plugs in like so. Like that. And when you're putting these back in, a little top tip is to make sure that you lift the handbrake up. I bet I should have probably done that at the start of my video, shouldn't I, this? If I can get it. But obviously if you reach your finger through like I've done and just put that, you can just lift the handbrake lever slightly enough to get your trim back down and tap it into place. Just pushes back in on the clips. Yeah, I should have definitely used this light. Put your gear knob back on. Find your little T20 that shouldn't be too far away, hopefully. Not lost it. Put it somewhere safe. Oh God, he's lost it. Oh no, it's under here. That's it. And that's it, dead simple really. Nice little simple fix. And hopefully this will have cured the problem. Well, one of the problems we've also on this vehicle I've also got to do is come in, it's failed, it's MOT, so it's also going to need a rear coil spring, and it also needs rear disc and pads because we've had a fault with this handbrake. It's also not been able to deactivate it on and off, so it has worn down the rear disc and pad, so it's going to need them doing as well. Just nip that up and clip your bit of trim back on. Should have used this light. If you look, there is a little locator in it as well, so we just need to make sure that clips into there. Yeah, push that in first, that's it. Then put your ashtray back in. That just pushes in nicely. Slide that back shut. Job's a good one. Let's just have a quick look now. That's your new one. All in nicely. And let's see if we've got it. I've not cleared the fault, so I might need to go in now. So the best thing to do is start it all up. Give it a little run for a minute. If not, I might need to plug in our diagnostic machine and have a quick look. Yeah, it's off, on. Off. I've got a slight delay, but I just think that is how this model is. It is coming up on the screen saying yeah, so that seems to have cured the problem. Seems to be all working properly now. And I think it's just generally the components break down over time, and probably maybe with customer. I mean, that ain't too bad. It's just got a little bit of free playment inside, but it's one of them things where you can't really take it apart and fix it because it's probably just a little lug broken on the plastic. I mean, I probably will. Oh yeah, there you can just see inside where it's not there. So it must be a little round piece that's knocked off. Look at the other side. Yeah, so that's it. That tiny little bit is what's causing all our problems. There we go then. That is how to change a handbrake switch on a C4 Citroen. Look out for the thumbnail, and that'll be the vehicle it's on. Thank you very much for watching this little YouTube video. Hopefully it might help somebody along the way. Please like and subscribe. From Ripley's Autos. Speak to you guys soon.